I changed the filming setup because the lighting was too nice for me not to benefit from literally natural lighting, and I'm wearing my glasses because I'm going to be reading, and I'm not apologizing for any of those because it's 2021 and I'm unapologetically a mess. This last week I decided to track my spending super closely because I definitely have a money spending problem. I have not saved nearly as much as I want to, and this year I am really hoping to get that up. I'm also planning on potentially losing a source of income. Not a huge one, but you know, changing things just to rework my life into a life that I can enjoy. And I just need to figure out how to spend money very responsibly, save very responsibly, so that in the future I am able to do all the things that I want to do. It's Sunday now, so I did end up having to spend a little bit of money on the weekend. That wasn't part of this week, that was not planned. They were all educational expenses anyways, so it's not like I could control it. Anyways, I just thought I would walk you through my spends. I wrote them all down. I also wrote down a savings plan that I'm not going to share with you guys because it's a little bit more personal. Every single week I have about $230 of extra income after I pay my rent and my credit card. I pay my credit card every time I get paid instead of one big payment at the end. I don't know if that actually affects my credit score or not. I'm not an expert, but that's just kind of how I like to do it. Just because it's easier for me, to be perfectly honest. I just pay my credit card off every time I get paid. So let's get started. Most of this week was pretty predictable. There were a couple of things that are pretty out of the ordinary for me, but it's just been a week, so that's kind of how it is. So I did this experiment from the 22nd of January to the 28th, which means that it was a full work week. Well, it was a full week, started on a Friday, ended on Thursday, but you did get to see my weekend spending habit in there, which is actually surprisingly not that big of a spend for me. So let's just get started. On the 22nd, I ended up ordering Uber Eats, which was about $45 after tip. Then we decided to then I had to buy something on Amazon. I can't actually remember what I bought. Oh, it was batteries. I had to buy batteries on Amazon for school, which was $15, and so the total on that day was $60. Normally I don't order Uber Eats. Every now and then, like once or twice a month I'll order it, but it's definitely not like a normal thing. And usually if I do order, I get A&W, so it only comes up to like $21. On the 23rd, I spent nothing. No spending days are my favorite days. It was a Saturday. I was working all day. No, I wasn't even working that day. It was a Saturday. I was just doing chores. I didn't really have anything to buy, so I didn't. On Sunday, I had gotten an IKEA bookshelf, which was about $30 after shipping. I returned a few things, so I actually made some money, but I'm not gonna count that in. And then I ordered a couple of tops for video, which came out to $13, so total that day was $43. Not ideal. Trying to buy less clothes, but I thought I needed it for a video, so that's kind of where that spend went. On the 25th, I ordered groceries, which came out to $34.40. I try to keep my weekly groceries below $35. I do subscribe to Instacart Express, so I don't actually leave my house, which is another $10 a week, or a month, sorry. But I didn't have to pay it this week, which is fine. I usually do like one big grocery haul for all of the like essentials that are like longer lasting at the beginning of the month. Again, that wasn't this week, so I just spent $34.40 on groceries. Then I did a $15 Starbucks reload so that I could buy myself and a friend a coffee. I think it was super worth it. You can have your opinion on Starbucks, whatever, it makes me happy, and honestly I just need to be happy these days. On the 27th, I didn't buy anything, so that's another $0 day. And then on the 28th, I did go to Starbucks again and spent $15 again, and I also bought, no, that's it, that's all I bought. I did order a camera flash to go on a new film camera that I bought, but they ended up canceling my order because the flash didn't work when they went to go test it before shipping, so I ended up getting that $37 back, so I'm not even going to count it into this video, which means that my total for the week was about $167, which I am super okay with. That isn't terrible. It's definitely not amazing. I do want to get that down to like 100, maybe even less a week, but as far as, you know, a week where I had to buy things goes, it was pretty good. I've already blown that budget by far this week because I had to spend $100 on equipment for school, but I'm hoping to not have to do that again now that I kind of know what to expect and what not to expect with my educational expenses, and that hopefully all of that is behind me. I did make a savings goal for the month of February. Basically, I'm going to break it down by saying that like every time I get paid, I'll get $50. I do usually get paid every week, but for the last month and a half I didn't work my internship, so I was down 1 week of pay every other week. I didn't get paid every other week anymore, so money has definitely been tighter, and I've been trying to adjust to that, which I'm hoping is good for me because I do start getting paid again next week, and I'm hoping that because I've been so used to only spending a certain amount that I'm not going to inflate my lifestyle based on this extra paycheck. Additionally, I would really like to get my credit utilization down and start using my debit card more. I got into the really bad habit of just putting everything on my credit card because my credit card did not have Interact or Visa on it. It was just a basic bank card. So I'm hoping that because now they added Visa to my debit card, that I'll be able to spend more on that rather than on my credit card and keep my credit utilization down. That's a really big goal for me. And then by the end of the year, I really hope to have an additional few $1,000s put aside. I did keep my goal relatively low to a $2,500, which is super low, and I'm hoping that I can do it. But again, I am in a bad habit of shopping, and I'm really trying to break out from that. But I do want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room to learn, essentially. I just want to give myself room to learn, and hopefully I'll go way over that and be super proud of myself and be able to raise my goal by a ton next year. Otherwise, I don't really have much to say. I want to stop buying clothes, not entirely. I'm still a consumer, but I would like to reduce the amount of clothes that I already own, so do another closet clear out, sell those for some extra money, but also stop buying clothes if I don't need it, and if I do need it, try to get it on sale or from a thrift store, which is really hard given the pandemic and all the thrift stores being closed. But just kind of trying really hard not to get caught in a loop of buying things all the time. I have been really good in the last few weeks of not buying any clothes except for the 2 tops I bought for a video, but even then I'm not really planning on keeping them. I think I might just return them because they are not at all what I thought they would be. But that being said, I also want to work on not feeling remorseful for purchases and attacking myself for it later. It's happened a lot of times that I bought something that I've been working towards, that I've been wanting for a long time, and then I buy it and I get instant buyer's remorse and return it even though I wanted it. So I'm really hoping to kind of get that under control as well. Make sure I'm buying the things that I want so that I don't feel guilty about it either, but also accepting the fact that spending from time to time isn't necessarily a bad thing, and that there's a lot of societal kind of exposure to excessive spending and over consumerism. Definitely something that I'm learning about a lot doing my psychology or my sociology minor. It's something that we go through a lot, is talking about consumerism and society and kind of how that kind of plays out into our everyday lives. So yeah, it's kind of hard to be a good consumer when we live in, anyways, that's a tangent that I'm not gonna go on. Anyways, I do have a few upcoming spends that I'm planning on having for my channel for videos, so I have kind of mapped that into my budget. I'm trying really hard to just like plan all my purchases, and that way again I can keep track of everything. And again, I'm really hoping I don't have any more educational expenses because that $100 really was not something I wanted to spend, so hopefully we don't have to worry about it again. Anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's another short one, but it's one that I really thought I needed to make because we do live in a capitalist, consumerist society, and I feel like there's a lot of shame around money, and while I'm not necessarily comfortable disclosing exactly how much I make on the internet and kind of like what that looks like for me, I am comfortable with expressing the fact that I do spend money, I am a human who spends money, and that money shaming in any capacity is not okay. Take it with a grain of salt, so like take my spending with a grain of salt. I'm a student, there's constantly unexpected expenses, and this, as far as I'm concerned, is a really good week for me with no surprises at all. But again, everybody's situation is different. There's no use in making fun of it. I know that we all probably indulge in some grand Steven every now and then and like hear about how it's bad that we're buying Starbucks coffee, but honestly, like, if you think that's the case, that's fine. But if the Starbucks coffee is going to help you through the week or make you feel a little bit better, honestly, whatever joy you can get in the middle of a pandemic, it's fine. So anyways, that's all for this week's video. If you did enjoy it, like it and leave a comment of something, I don't know, let me know what you're up to, something cool that you bought recently, I don't know, and subscribe. I make a bunch of random videos. Lately I've been doing a lot of lifestyle stuff, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more fashion content in the near future. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.